Hi, my name is Candice and this is my literacy intervention plan. The context in which the program will be implemented. The school is a public school that resides in a low socioeconomic area with an approximate student capacity of 500 across kindergarten to year 6. The school has completed a multitude of testing with their current students in literacy, including years 3 and 5 completing the NAPLAN assessment. The results concluded that half of the students did not perform at an adequate level of understanding in regard to their literacy requirements. The focus of this specific Letters and Sounds intervention program is a Year 5 class with 31 students. This class has one specific student who is performing well below average in their reading and writing modules. An intervention is required so that the student is given an appropriate support and so that the child can exceed in their learning. The specific literacy needs and challenges of the chosen learner group. The student that is required to undertake the intensive literacy plan suffers from diagnosed dyslexia and is performing 2 years below average in their reading tasks. This student struggles particularly with phonemic awareness and decoding. Phonemic awareness is the concept that words are made up of sounds and those sounds can be used in order to assemble new words. Decoding is the ability to recognize words by breaking them up into smaller, more manageable groups by acts such as sounding out. The individual student is not able to identify individual sounds and words, which makes it hard for the student to read and identify words that are not already in their word bank. This problem was identified through the use of a letter and sound test, which is a diagnostic assessment which promotes the use of phonemic awareness. This student also participated in the diagnostic reading test for non-words. The reasoning behind this assessment was so that the teacher could assess the child's ability to decode words by using strategies such as sounding out. The student struggled with almost every word as they were not words that the child could pull out from their memory bank. The projected outcomes. Students should be able to sound out words that have up to 3 syllables in them. For example, they should be able to sound out the following words: cup, table, and diary. Students should be able to complete a running record with less than 5 errors. This running record should also be completed at the student's actual reading age and level. The expectation for a few mistakes is necessary as the child should not feel pressured to complete the goal as it creates distress and could push the student further away from understanding phonemic and decoding concepts. The third outcome of this project is that the student should be able to create a multitude of non-words with the use of different sounds and syllables. They should be able to rhyme these words with real words. This outcome is projected as the student will have a wider knowledge at the end of term of how different sounds are identified and how they are presented in words. Ultimately, the student undertaking the program should perform in reading and writing at an elevated level. This means that instead of performing at a Year 2 to 3 level, the student is projected to perform at a low to average Year 4 competency level. The rationale for the program. The Letters and Sounds program explores many different activities that promote literacy awareness in young learners. There are 7 phases that students take part on in order to expand on their literacy skills. This program teaches the students to listen attentively, expand on their vocabulary, speak with confidence, discriminate between different phonemes, recreate phonemes that the students hear, and the ability to use sound talk in order to segment words in their sounds and syllables. The literacy program is based around helping students to develop the skills they need in regard to phonemes, decoding, and segmentation. Students who meet the requirement of this plan are required to take this as an intensive literacy program. The design and structure of the program. To support the student further, 2 to 3 times a week, students will all participate in a group reading activity that consists of the teacher reading an A2 book to the class with lots of rhyming patterns. Each learning block is 15 minutes before the end of a whole class literacy lesson. This is so the student does not feel left out and does not fall far behind the other students. On Monday is rhyming pairs. This activity is spaced out into the 15-minute time. During this lesson, the student plays a game that mimics the game memory, but instead of playing cards, they use words and are trying to match words that rhyme. With this activity, it promotes auditory response to phonemes and identification of sounds. On Tuesday, clapping sounds for phonemes is used. Students must clap out the phonemes to each word that is said or words that the students would like to use. This promotes the use of decoding and phonemic awareness. On Wednesday, the non-word diagnostic assessment is used. This is to assess where the student is at with their letters and sound recognition and identification skills. On Thursday, the use of single letter flashcard is used. The teacher shows the student the first side of the flashcard, which includes a single letter. If the student cannot identify the letter or the sound straight away, the back of the card with the mnemonic on it will be shown in order to scaffold the child's learning. Every Friday, oral segmentation is used, and every second Friday, a running record is used. The oral segmentation activity is a sound talk activity in which the student has to talk to a teddy bear and add food to their basket by only using sound talk. Again, this promotes phonemic awareness. The running record is used in order to assess where the child is with their reading skills and if the intervention is working or needs updating. This is repeated every week for one term. One-on-one time with either the teacher or education assistant is crucial and needs to be used in this 15-minute block. An A2 rhyming reading book, memory cards and rhyming with words on them, a set of cards containing each individual letter on the front and then the mnemonic on the back, access to appropriate year-leveled books and their matching running record, a teddy bear, a basket, lots of food words, whiteboard, piece of paper, and 15 random words for the non-words assessment are needed for the program. The ways in which the effectiveness of the program can be measured. After every 15-minute literacy block, the child completes one-on-one with the teacher or education assistant. The child will complete a short version of the letters and sound diagnostic assessment. On Monday, student will identify A to G, on Tuesday H to N, Wednesday O to U, and Tuesday V to Z. And then 1/3 of Thursday's letters and all of Friday's letters will be segmented sounds, such as ch and sh. Another way in which a child will be tested is every second Friday in the 15-minute block will include the use of a running record. The teacher will start with a Year 2 level book and work their way up to a Year 4 level book with the student. The last diagnostic assessment that will be used in order to determine the student's progress will be the diagnostic assessment for non-words. The student will be required to, every Wednesday, complete 10 minutes of creating non-words that rhyme with the list of real words that are presented and that are different each week. If students are not showing any progress in any of these assessments, the teacher will have to analyse and re-evaluate the student's learning and struggles and tailor a new intervention programs in order to meet the student's need. Thank you for watching my presentation. I hope you have a wonderful day.